Hello and welcome to another Nosgoth News Network with me, Basilium. Things in the fandom are starting to get slowly more interesting as more things crop up that we should talk about. This time, within the last couple of weeks, there's been an interesting development that we should mention with Crystal Dynamics, and that is that a couple of weeks ago, Crystal Dynamics put out another survey about Legacy of Kain. This one less in terms of what would you like to see the series do, and more in terms of Soul Reaver's 25th anniversary is coming up. We'd like to celebrate. What would you like to celebrate? Now, when I say what we'd like to celebrate, they showed a selection of artwork, of cosplays, of fan projects that they've highlighted. The fact that we are in March and the anniversary is in August perhaps implies that there's more that they're going to cover in the coming months. We'll see about that. But it's interesting to have the developer, the publisher of the Legacy of Kain series, directly addressing the series now again, and highlighting that there is an upcoming anniversary. And the exact wording they chose was also very interesting. If you go into the survey, or if you went into the survey, it's now sadly closed. But if you did go into the survey, you would have seen the wording that they were planning to do something neat for the series for the 25th anniversary. Now, what that something neat is hasn't been revealed, but obviously, given what's happened in the past, we can expect a cookbook. Okay, look, I'm in my 40s. Legacy of Kain fans, mostly in their 40s by now. Cookbook's not so bad, is it? Come on. I mean, seriously, I've tried the Legacy of Kain, the Tomb Raider and the God of War cookbooks. They're nice. But I am just yanking your chain with that one. Obviously, we all know what we would like for an anniversary present. We'll see if that ever comes true. But yeah, cross fingers and everything like that. Another thing that's worth discussing is Tomb Raider 1 to 3 Remastered. Now, if you've been following it recently, you'll know that fans are on a bit of an Easter egg hunt through that game, with lots of little references being found in there to all sorts of other things. It's been quite fun looking through, finding these things. But if you're a Legacy of Kain fan, the most interesting thing that was discovered, and we talked about this last time, was the fact that Kain's portrait from Defiance was found inside the Croft Manor. In all of the games, Tomb Raider 1, Tomb Raider 2, Tomb Raider 3, you can find Kain's portrait from Defiance that originally appeared in his mausoleum in that game. You can find that inside the Croft Manor as a painting on the wall. Now that did serve as a double reference, because those pictures did also appear as an Easter egg in Legend, Anniversary and Underworld. So a kind of a double serving Easter egg there. But the last time I mentioned it, I did say that there were more Easter eggs to find that were Legacy of Kain related. Well, there have been developments there, and some of them have been found. There's a little bit of a story with this one, as YouTuber SK Nero went through and analysed all of the paintings and all of the tapestries in the Croft Manors in 1 to 3 Remastered, and highlighted all of their real-world origins. Now, along that list, he did discover, of course, the Kain portrait from Defiance, and highlighted its real-world origin. So, if you're not aware of that, the Kain portrait from Defiance is based upon a real-world portrait of a British colonial officer called Frank Swetnam by the artist John Singer Sargent. It's been modified and changed to be appropriate for that game, but that is what its real-world origin is. Now, he went through all of the paintings to find all of their real-world origins. Later on in that video, he discovered a Defiance concept art among the Tomb Raider 3 paintings, specifically one of the Vampire Citadel. Now, he wasn't a fan of the Legacy of Kain games, so he couldn't identify it exactly, but he found out that it was from the Legacy of Kain series. And putting that out there and saying, I've got 2 more pictures, I don't know where they come from, was enough for some Legacy of Kain fans to seize upon it and look into it. And coming to the rescue was a fan called William Fowler, who discovered that the last 2 paintings he couldn't identify were also Legacy of Kain Defiance concepts. Respectively, they came from Vorador's mansion and the Seraphan stronghold. So an interesting note with those locations, if you look at them all, you have the Vampire Citadel, you have Vorador's mansion, you have the Seraphan stronghold, and you have Kain's mausoleum where Kain's portrait was found. One common theme with all of those locations is they all have tombs in. So quite appropriate for a Tomb Raider game, I think you'll agree. Of course, that's not the last one. There are still Legacy of Kain Easter eggs to find in those games. Keep your eyes peeled. It will not be in the Croft Manor. So that area is done, but there are more little Legacy of Kain tidbits there and here and there, so keep your eyes peeled for those. In terms of the wiki and our work, there's a lot going on behind the scenes at the moment. It is quite busy. The fruits of that may not come out for a long time yet, but we do still have a lot of things we're working on. One of the things that I've been doing particularly is I've been working on a new sort of what you might call a mini Arcane Tomes series called Lore Bites, which will be a more concise roundup, shall we say, less 40 minutes of rambling about a subject and more sort of 10 minutes of a quick summary of some smaller subjects that can be churned out fairly quickly. So those ones a little more bite-sized, as you might say. So keep an eye out for those. I'll be doing a few more of those in the future. And of course, I do have an Arcane Tomes coming up, which I'll hope to have out around Easter or soon after. So keep an eye out for that. As always, keep it here for the Legacy of Kain news and updates from the Ancient's Den and the Legacy of Kain wiki. Until next time, Vae Victus. Tell Mortanius he can't have his beard back, it's mine now.